It's really amazing how one plant stands at the epicenter of human consciousness. Throughout the ages, cannabis has played a critical role in human evolution in various ways. From utilitarian to spiritual, it has spurred invention as well as derision. It has been industrialized, medicinalized, politicized, criminalized, legalized, commoditized, and even culinarized. Our relationship with cannabis, aka marijuana, Mary Jane, ganja, pot, herb, weed, has been ecstatic at best and stormy at worst.
Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell.
It has taken decades of educational outreach to destigmatize a plant that can heal your body and enhance your life.
The thing I once said, Cheech loves it, he quotes this all the time, is that they were talking about us being outlaws and that. And I said, what if we're right? What if all of a sudden they discovered that there is medical use for marijuana and that it is good for you, and it's better than alcohol, and it's better than opioids, and it helps your health. What if we're right? What if they find that out?
So we're here to talk about cannabis as medicine, and it is. So I have a dream. Anybody have this dream?
You know, I was prescribed Percocets, Xanax, Ambien, Seroquel, all these medications. Really, I could just smoke weed, and that like covers all of those things in one, and it's natural.
80 years we've been told this is a dangerous drug and that it is not safe and that it will lead to worse things. So if you want the truth, you need to look deeper.
We took pen names, we'll call them noms de plume, but we really called it nom de guerre because this was a war.
The year of Operation Green Sweep was just a nightmare for all of Humboldt County and the Emerald Triangle. It was the biggest military move since the Civil War.
At the end of the day, the judge his hands were tied and we were sentenced according to the mandatory minimums, and we ended up getting we ended up getting 10 years in jail. And we did 8.5 years, and then I had 5 years probation. So it was really 17 years out of my life that I gave up for this plant.
It's really amazing what cannabis can do, and I think that the research that's being done in the medical field to try to tease apart and define and understand some of those compounds will be really helpful in alleviating a lot of pain and suffering for a lot of people.
So a lot of the people who cared most, who took the brunt of the battle, who were arrested, who had their homes and their properties, their bank accounts, in some cases their children seized from them, who were put on trial, who were imprisoned, who in some cases died in those prisons. Those people are increasingly not finding a place in the cannabis industry anymore. And that's a real tragedy.
It can smell like a coconut, it can smell like skunk, it can smell like pineapples. I mean, it's insane how many different smells from all of these hundreds of thousands of terpenes that there is for this plant. You know, and then on top of that, we'll throw in the medical benefits and just, you know, the enjoyment people get out of it.
And what I believe is all cannabis is medical cannabis. Everyone who uses cannabis does so for a medical reason, whether they know it or not. And I'll live and die by those words.
Got over 1,000 different pieces of beautiful herb from 1972 to the present day. A little piece of Hawaiian from 1985. Colombian red, and it's from 1978. This is, I think, everybody's favorite, is Thai stick from 1978. You'll notice the stick, and then it's wound with this little bit of like hemp string, like really fine. And they generally went for $10 a stick, sometimes up to 15 or 20. Black indica from 1979. That's a stupendous part of the collection because that was the best and nobody could beat it. Acapulco Gold, that's badass weed. It's a one-of-a-kind collection of beautiful herb, and maybe someday it can help by getting the genetics out of it, the DNA. I don't think you can resurrect it like Jurassic Park, but it's possible. Who knows?